Aloha and welcome to the Joy of Crafting show brought to you by Ben Franklin Crafts. And it's still me and we're in the heat of graduation. There's going to be graduations, graduation parties, but you know, there's always time to learn a new lei, right? So we have Cheri here from our Market City store to share with us a great new design.
Hi,
Cheri, how you doing?
I'm fine, Joy. Thanks for having me back.
Yeah.
What I'm going to do today is I did a variation of the rosette, the rattail rosette and yarn crocheted lei.
This is really nice.
Rather than, you know, I thought some guys don't like wearing leis, so I took this concept of the Miley lei for guys, and I just extended it, made it longer, and rather than closing it off, I left it open.
You know, actually, isn't this like the perfect type of lei also for like a pregnant person? Because isn't it supposed to be open for pregnant people?
Right.
I learned that.
So,
all our little tidbits.
You know, this follows the same concept of the, you know, the connected lei. We start off with the rat tail, and I'm left-handed, so.
Okay, that's great because I know we have a lot of people who are left-handed, and then you know they always gotta like figure out how to
turn it around. So what I do is I start off with a loop on the hook, and we chain 4 to make the rosette. This is the beginning.
This is kind of interesting. I never saw a left-handed crocheter.
And then in their second chain from the hook, which is this one, we go back into the top loop only, and we do a single crochet. And we pull it through the 2 loops. So it's yarn over the hook, go
back into,
into the loop, yarn, pull it through the 2 loops. So that is a single crochet. So insert the hook into the top loop, pull it through with 2 loops on your hook, pull it through both loops.
So first you did 4 chains,
4
and now
chains.
you're going through each chain?
Each chain, so you work backwards. And what it does is it makes it curl into itself. So you have that little rosette, that little ball right there. And then you just continue on. Same process, repeat it, chain 4.
This is kind of neat with you doing it left-handed because I can see better. I can see how you do it.
It's interesting trying to teach our customers who are right-handed because I always tell them, don't stand next to me, stand across from
because
me.
it's like a mirror, right?
Right, so they can follow. But you go in, and it's real simple. It's just a repetitive thing, and there's no other
Is there
stitches
supposed to
you
be
need
any
to learn.
space in between the balls?
No.
No?
No spaces. So you just repeat it, and then I came out with something like this. Now the normal lei for the rosette uses 58 rosettes.
Okay.
Okay, so with this one, what I did was I doubled it.
Oh, because you're going a
I'm
longer
going-
length.
Right. But I have a short example here to show you how to, once you
First you do this part.
Right. You do this part first, then you tie it off, you end it. When you end it, all it is your last loop on the hook. You just snip your rat tail, and then you just pull that loop out, pull it
So
through.
just leave a little tail.
Right. And then it locks it into itself, so it won't come apart. And then when I use the 2 yarns, I use white fizz, and then I'm using pua in the dark moss to give this effect. And together with the yarns together,
Oh, that's neat with the white.
I just pull it through and actually tie it onto the rat tail
At one end.
at one end. And what we do is we just work around the whole length. So.
Okay, so once you got it attached, and you're gonna knot it with the rat tail, or
Yeah, well, you tie the
yarn, the end of the tail of the yarn to that.
to the rat tail. You actually tie it on, if I can get it through here. So, like that, and leave a little length for the tail because you're gonna
Need it to finish out.
you just want it. So I actually tie it on.
Okay.
And then I just work around the rosettes.
The rosettes.
Right. So it doesn't matter which way for me because it's going to look the same. You just want the rosettes to peek through. So I pull a loop through, and then I chain. Because this is so close together, and you know I want it thinner, I just chain 3.
Chain 3.
And then the space between the rosettes, I pick up 1 loop and I just single crochet in there.
To attach it?
To attach it.
Uh-huh.
And so what it is, it's like a little loop going around, surrounding the rosette.
But because the yarn is fuzzy, you just see the fluffy thing.
Right, right.
So are you working only on one side at a time of the rosette?
Yes, you work down all the way down one side, and then you come back around the other, and that's
so like
what you
you'd
get.
be working all the way down here, and then you're gonna make a turn and come back around. Oh,
so at the end here, what it is actually, you know, I did an extra chain, and I came back around this way.
Make a nice little curve.
Right.
Oh, okay.
So with this type of lei, you can actually make it any length you want.
Because like this would really look nice around a hat too. Like on the hat band, like a haku type lei.
Right. And I've seen where someone has actually made something like this, and they hot glued it to a lahala bag.
Oh,
and it came out really, really
that
nice.
sounds pretty.
Yeah.
That sounds pretty.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of things because it has that flat
yeah,
on the back.
So you can do a lot of things with this. And like I said, you can adjust the length, you know, count your rosettes, you know, you want to stop at 58. You can always just throw it over your shoulders and measure, and if that's the length you like, then you stop there.
Oh, that is really
So
clever.
it's really flexible, you know. This lei is really, really flexible. And like I said, it's good for, you know, guys. If you can't get a Miley lei for the prom. In a pinch, this will work.
Great. That is a great idea.
But it's really, really simple. It's quick. All you need to do is, all you need to know is learn how to, you know, how to crochet.
The basic crochet
Basic
steps.
crochet stitches. So chains, single crochet. That's all you need to know.
That's why I love having people like you who know how to crochet. And this is really great because you're doing a left-hand version for all the people who are left-handers. Because I'm still trying to learn how to do it after all these years. And I know it takes practice to do these things and get your roses nice and everything like that. So it's always fun to watch somebody else do it again.
Well, come to our store, we'll teach you.
Yes, I'll stop by after.
Okay.
Okay, thank you, Cheri.
Thank you.
Well, we're gonna take a short break right now and we'll be right back.